The median is the central value of an ordered distribution or ordered data set. Here we have two pictures. The first case here, case 1 if you want, we have an odd number of data values. In this case, the median is actually going to occur at the 5th position. And the reason for that is that the median accounts for positions. In other words, every data can be arranged in order from smallest to largest. So we have a first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth position in this case. There's a total of 9 dots. And so the middle in this case would be the 5th position. Now, how would you be able to calculate that position in the middle? Well, n is what we call the sample size usually. And so in this case, n, there are 9 dots. So we would write 9 for n. And then we would use the formula n plus 1 divided by 2. So 9 plus 1 divided by 2 gives us 10 divided by 2, which tells us it's 5. So that indicates that this is the 5th position. So this formula I wrote up here tells you how to find the middle position, or what's called the center position, or the center for short. Case 2 here, there are 8 pieces of data. In other words, we have an even number of data values. So if we want to calculate the central position or the middle position using our formula n plus 1 divided by 2, well, n in this case is 8 since there's 8 dots. Now, 8 plus 1 gives us 9, and 9 divided by 2 gives us 4.5. So this tells us the middle value is in the 4.5 position. Now, if you noticed, this tells us that there are 2 positions. In other words, there are 2 middle values, and the 2 middle values would occur at the 4th position and the 5th position, and that's because the position we calculated falls right in between. And whatever those values are, we would average them, or take the sum of those values and divide by 2, and that would give us the median. So that's how the median works. It takes account for positions rather than the actual data values.